Hello, students. A very warm welcome to all of you in Milestone Campus. Myself, Divya Gupta, and student our today's first topic is language of chemistry. Okay, so you have learnt it before also in your earlier year, okay, in class 8, but this time it is something different. Little bit advanced level you are going to study in this chapter, okay, a little bit upgraded level, okay. So there is no need to worry when we are here. So students, we are going to start the chapter. So first of all, I would like to tell you that what are the topics that are included in this chapter. Okay. So students, as you can see in the board, it is written that topics in this chapter are symbol, valency, formula of radicals, formula of compounds, balancing of simple chemical equation, relative atomic mass, relative molecular mass. Okay, students? So students, as you all know that what chemistry is. If I talk about chemistry, then chemistry is a branch of a science in which we study about matter. What about matter? That what is the nature of matter, what is the structure of matter, how it changes are observed with the subject to different conditions. Okay, so a lot of theories were proposed by many of the scientists. So what are elements? Elements is the simple and pure form of matter which cannot be decomposed into simpler substances. Okay, it cannot be decomposed and it is made by the smallest particles, that is atom. Okay, now I will talk about atomicity. What is atomicity, students? Atomicity is the number of atoms in the molecule of an element. Okay. How many types of molecules are there, students? There are three types of molecules: monoatomic, diatomic, and polyatomic, students. Okay. Monoatomic elements have one atom in their molecule, and the examples are helium, neon, and other inert gases. So students, have written a trick for you. The trick to learn all the inert gases that fall under the category of monoatomic elements, that is, Hemant ne Arjun ko kar diya 0 run pe out. So students, have mentioned that हेमंत का जो He है, okay, the He, that is for helium, neon, Ne, that is for neon, Arjun, Ar, that is for argon, Kar, Kr, that is for krypton, 0, Zero, 0, Xe, that is for xenon, and Rn, okay, that is for radon. Okay, students? So students, what are monoatomic elements? I have told you. Now coming to the next topic, that is diatomic elements. Elements having two atoms in their molecules are known as diatomic, and the examples are hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. Okay, hydrogen is written for H2, nitrogen is written for N2, and the other one, oxygen, is written for O2. Okay, students? Now coming to the next topic again, that is polyatomic elements. So polyatomic elements falls under again three categories, that are triatomic, tetraatomic, and octatomic. So if we talk about triatomic, then there are three atoms in their molecules. Example is ozone, that's O3, and tetraatomic, four atoms in their molecules, and the example is phosphorus, that is P4, and octatomic, 8 elements in their molecules, example sulfur, that's S8. So student, I have told you this much. Now I would like to tell you that what happens when atoms or molecules of different elements combine. So they combine to form a compound, okay, and the compound such as sodium, like NaCl, water H2, and ammonia NH3, okay. So now students, moving further, I would like to tell you about symbols, which is our first topic in this lesson, that is symbol. Okay, so you already know what a symbol is. A symbol is something that represents an element. Okay, it is a way, a form to represent an element, like you represent C for carbon, okay, you represent H for hydrogen in the similar way. So students, what happened, who gave these symbols, okay, who brought up the symbols? So first of all, what happened, there were some scientists before 1600 AD. The scientists were known as alchemists that time. So what they tried to do some experiments, okay. They invented some pictographic symbols, okay, and they said that we will denote the things with the elements with the symbol. What did they said that? They said that they will denote a triangle for earth, okay, and a crescent for a silver. Okay, students, so this theory was not so effective. Why? Because how many of symbols will you recognize? Okay, how many of symbols will you invent? It is not easy to keep all these things in mind. So then who brought up the symbols? Again the question arises, who brought up the symbol? So students, there was a scientist named John Dalton. Okay, again I'm telling the name, that's John Dalton. What did John Dalton did? John Dalton used figurative symbols. He used some types of symbols to represent elements. Okay, so what he said, that he said use a circle for oxygen. Okay, use a circle and a dot inside for hydrogen. Okay, and the symbols you can see in your screen. He said to use phosphorus like this, sulfur like this, and carbon like this. So again, it was making chemistry more like art. It was not making it like chemistry. Okay, so what happened eventually, this theory also discarded. Okay, so then again the question arises, who brought in symbols? So students, there was a scientist named John Berzelius. He discovered that let's take the things very easy. So he said, let's not make it complicated. What we have to do is, let's take the first letter of every element, okay, to symbolize it. So it will make it very easy. So the first rule given by John Berzelius was to take the first letter of the element in capital. Like what he did, he used C for carbon, O for oxygen, H for hydrogen, okay, and some other elements that he gave was F for fluorine, I for iodine, C for carbon, S for sulfur, P for phosphorus. Okay, students? So this was very simple. There was no problem in it. But students, there a problem arose that many elements were there who were having the first letter common. Like you can say carbon, okay, calcium, cobalt, chlorine, all of these elements are having the first letter C. Similarly, phosphorus, potassium having the first letter common, that's P. Sodium, sulfur having the first letter common, that's S. So now what we should do? So then for this he gave another rule. Okay, he gave another rule, that was, let's take the first letter of the symbol, okay, element, capital, and the second or the prominent letter in small. Okay, keep this in mind students, I am not saying second, I am saying second or the prominent. That means second number, जो second आपका element का जो number होगा, alphabet होगा, या फिर जो आने वाला अल्फ़ाबेट होगा. लाइक अगर मैं बात करती हूँ क्लोरीन की, तो हम क्या करते हैं, क्लोरीन में CH नहीं लेते हैं, हम क्या लेते हैं, Cl लेते हैं. ओके, दिस थिंग you have understood or not? So students, some of the examples based on second rule are, you can see in the screen, magnesium is written for Mg, okay, and Al, we write Al for aluminium, Ca for calcium, Cr for chromium. देखिए chromium में what we have done, we haven't took the second number, we have took the prominent letter, that is R. Now if I talk about manganese, again we have took the prominent letter, that is the third letter, cobalt, zinc, germanium and barium. All these symbols you can see we have used for the elements. Okay students, now what happened that again some elements are there which have been given on the basis of their Latin name. Okay, but in some case students, the suggested symbols did not agree with the English name of the element. Why was it? It was because some of the symbols were based on the Latin names of the elements. Okay, so for this third rule was made. Okay, third rule. What was there in the third rule? There was there in the third rule that symbolize the elements on the basis of their Latin name. For example, if we talk about gold, the first letter is G, okay? But if you see it, the symbolization for that is done with AU. So AU has come from where? It has come from the Latin name of gold, that is aurum, okay? You have took AU. Again, if we talk about silver, then the Latin name for silver is argentum and you write it as Ag. If you talk about mercury, the mercury's Latin name is hydrargyrum and you write it as Hg. And if we talk about copper, The Latin name of copper is cuprum, you write Cu. Lead, plumbum, you write Pb. Iron, ferrum, that is you write Fe, okay. Sodium, natrium, you write Na. Potassium, kalium, you write K. And antimony, stibbium, you write Sp. So students, we have studied about symbolization. We have studied about who brought in symbols, okay. We studied about John Dalton, John Berzelius. So students, we have completed the first topic of the chapter, that is symbols, and the second topic, that is valency. We will start it in the next video. So students, hope you like the video. Share this video more and more to your friends. Subscribe our channel, press the like button, press the bell icon so that you may get updates, all the videos of related that we are posting nowadays, okay. So students, comment us and tell us how was the video. So students, will meet in the next video. Thank you.